Hello, my name is covertstubbz and welcome to my tier list of games I've played throughout my entire YouTube career over the past 2.5 years, roughly. I don't know the exact date, but I wanted to basically put all the games I've played recently into a tier list to see how I've enjoyed them, to see how overall the experience has been, because I want to do different things for the channel. I want to expand a bit more. I want to have a bit more fun, do a bit of different things, and what better way to do it than starting off with a tier list? So we will start from the very beginning with the S tier, and this is a game that you should play. This is a game I'm recommending to you to play yourself, to enjoy, to have a lot of fun with. And overall, just if you haven't watched my playthrough of it, well, it should speak enough for itself. It should be a game where you go, hey, actually, I want to play that game too. And then we have the A tier. It was a great game from start to finish. A game that I massively enjoyed, thought was fun, basically didn't have any complaints throughout it, and just found it overall a good experience. Next up, the B tier. It was a good one and done, you know. It was basically a game that I played for the channel and just never returned to. Never felt the feeling of going, you know what, I want to play that game again. I want to try and go for the platinum. I want to get the rest of the trophies. It was just a one and done game, to be fair. Next, C. I honestly don't know why I played it. I wanted to play it, put it on the channel. Probably enjoyed it, might have, but I don't know why I played it. Lastly, we have F tier. Just wasn't fun. Like, although I played it, you know, recorded it, edited it, put it on the channel. Overall, I just didn't have a good experience with it. It just was not fun. It just genuinely was not fun. So, let's start off with our first game, Alien Isolation. Where would that be, in my honest opinion? I'd say it was B tier. It was a B tier game. It was good. It was a good one and done. I enjoyed it. I had a bit of fun with it. You know, I got good scares. I almost had a few heart attacks. Heartbeat sensor was great for that. You know, the alien was a fun concept, but it was one and done. When I tried learning more about the different difficulties or the things you'd had to do, and it's like, oh yeah, basically you will struggle from A to B and lose 2 hours, 3 hours of progress just to get one more trophy. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to stress myself over that. So, B tier. It was a good one and done game. You know, I had fun with it. Went back to it. Had a laugh. No, didn't go back to it. That was the first time playing it. Next up, Simpsons Hit 'em 1. Now this game, I would say, honestly, A tier. It was a great game from start to finish. It's always nostalgic to go back to. I always like going back to it every now and again. It's that game where if you give it a few years, you can then reappreciate how much fun you had playing it. Like, you can go 100% that game, even though there's no trophies. Like, you'll do all the races, you'll do all the side missions, you'll collect all the cars, collect all the costumes, and just genuinely have an overall laugh with it. Especially since we won't be getting another Simpsons game anytime soon. Like, yes, we have the Simpsons game, but nothing genuinely comes close to how much of a cult classic Simpsons Hit 'em 1 is, so that's why it goes into A tier for me. Next up, we have Resident Evil 2, and honestly, S tier. S tier game. You should play that. If you like survival horror style games, you should definitely play it. It's scary, it's fun, you know, just the graphics alone make the game great, especially how you can like shoot off arms, shoot off heads, you know, take apart a zombie how you want. The lickers are scary enough, the dogs are fun, Mr. X chasing you's always got you on edge, and then you've got Birkin transforming again and again and again throughout the game, especially in Scenario 2 when you first his final form, and it just genuinely feels like a fun game to play. Now, will you only play it for the 2 scenarios or the 2 times through? Maybe. I played it through for platinum multiple times. Like, going through and doing everything was a good laugh, and that's why I say it's S tier. I say you should play that game. You should have a lot of fun with that game. Like, it's genuinely a good game overall. Now, next up, we have BioShock 2. BioShock 2, again, great game from start to finish. I genuinely had fun going back to that. I've already platinumed the game following a guide. Heavily recommend you follow a guide, because you could mess up on one thing. But overall, great game. You know, the story improves upon the first one. The combat massively improves upon the first one, especially considering you can have plasmids and weapons then, which makes it a bit more of a, what would you call it? A bit more of a easier accessible game. So if you recommended the first one to the second one, you will find that limitations of one are massively different compared to the improvements of 2. So that's why overall, great game from start to finish, in my opinion. Now, next up, we have Undertale. And I know, I will probably get hate for this. I only played it for pacifist. I haven't done Genocide. I haven't finished Genocide. I got near to Sans, but I don't know what it is. Couldn't beat him. Tried it for 2 hours. Couldn't do it. I recorded literally up to that for Genocide. Just couldn't beat it. Tried it for 2 hours and decided, you know what? I don't care anymore. Deleted the game. Got rid of it. So in my opinion, honestly, B-tier game. It was good as a one and done. If I played that just for the pacifist route and got the happy ending and just left it there and didn't try the Genocide route, I'd say that would be a great game from start to finish. But honestly, trying the Genocide route makes it a one and done game. I would not recommend Genocide to people who can't focus too much on heavily changing things like me. Like something of that style of game, that gameplay mechanic and how it's ever changing just wasn't fun for me in the end. So I say it's B-tier. You can go mad at me. You can go mad at me. Fair enough. Next up, End of Magnolia. Honestly, great game from start to finish. We 100%ed that game on the channel. We got every single thing. We did every single room. We got every single trophy. We platinumed that game for the channel because it was that much fun and I did not want to pull it down. So honestly, great game from start to finish. Massively enjoy how the creatures are. The story's a bit subpar compared to Ender Lilies. So that's why it's only getting an A tier, not an S tier. Like, overall, the story, phenomenal. Like how they do it. Leaves it a bit open-ended. But it was fun from start to finish. Like, I was basically hopping off Ender Lilies for this game, though. Like, going from Ender Lilies to this, you feel the improvements. You feel the gameplay mechanics get better. However, the story just a little bit falls short. So that's why it's only getting an A tier. Now, next up, Resident Evil 3. Again, controversial opinion. I never played the original. I got up to where the Nemesis jumps through a window, and that scared me so much as a kid that I decided to turn off the PlayStation and never play it again. But the remake I massively enjoyed. I went and played that. I did all the stuff. I got all the trophies. I got the platinum for that. And I would say again, great game from start to finish. If you like Resident Evil 2, you will like Resident Evil 3. But again, because of the limitations and knowing that the clock tower disappeared, they got rid of like the dismemberment of body parts. They kind of streamlined the game a lot, and considering the price was full price, the same as Resident Evil 2, but had, I would say, like 40% less content, I'd say it's an A tier game. It's good to play. I wouldn't recommend it. If you like Resident Evil 2, then yeah, go straight to Resident Evil 3. But I wouldn't recommend it as a, oh my god, you need to play Resident Evil 3. Because Resident Evil 2 is just a much better game. Now next, South Park, Stick of Truth. Honestly, S tier. S tier game. Like, the Fractured Butthole, haven't played it for the channel yet. Great game as well. Do enjoy it. The DLCs for that game do fall short. Because it's like, oh, here's a bit more to the story, but they're their own centered things. So, although you get a new character and some new abilities, they don't massively change the gameplay overall. It's still, here's your abilities, go do this. But Stick of Truth, you know, it doesn't matter what character you play as, you can be so massively overpowered in that game from the start that no matter what class you play as, you can just have fun replaying the game. Like, you could play the warrior, have fun. You could play the Jew, have fun. You could play the mage, have fun. But the gameplay mechanics will be different because you're playing those different classes. And that's why I think you should play that game. S tier. Massively enjoyed it. Now, Little Nightmares, again, enjoyed the game, enjoyed the DLC, but it was a one and done. I saw that to get the final trophy, you need a super speed run without dying in like 3 hours, 4 hours or whatever. And honestly, those types of games are just not for me anymore. I'm 31 years old. I do not need to be playing a game under time constraints to the point of where I'm going, oh my god, if I mess up once, the entire run's ruined and 4 hours of my life has disappeared because I couldn't get this one trophy that's needed for the platinum. So, you know, overall, I would say it was a B tier. The story was fun. The DLCs definitely added to the story, you know, learning what the little boy became, how he became the gnome, and how I still don't know her name. The girl in yellow, I'm going to call her. How she ended up eating the little boy, which is horrifying in itself. The gameplay was kind of fun, you know, the side-scrolling stuff, the hiding from enemies was kind of neat. But overall, it was a one-and-done game. I played it the one time, enjoyed it for what it was. Don't think I will go back. So, B tier. Next up, Resident Evil 4. And again, might be a little controversial. Maybe it's just the nostalgia of the original Resident Evil 4, but honestly, this one, A tier. It was a great game from start to finish. I massively enjoyed playing it for the channel. I had a lot of fun. I never went back to it. Like, although there's professional, although there's the mercenaries, and I know like there's what would you call it? The if you beat on the other difficulties, you'll get the platinum. I just never went back to it. I never did. I enjoyed it the one time, don't get me wrong. Like, the nostalgia of 4, the original 4, is heavily influencing me on that one. But I see myself going back to the original 4 more than I would the remake. Like, the original 4, although it's a bit clunky, it might just genuinely be nostalgia for it, of me going, hey, I want to play this because it's so much fun. So, unfortunately, for Resident Evil 4 Remake, I say it's an A tier. Like, it is basically just like Resident Evil 4. Like, yes, they improved upon a lot of things, but overall, like, yeah, it was just a fun game. Maybe it's just me. The new mechanic where you have to stand still to lock in a bullet because of the gun spread and like the bloom of the weapons and everything, maybe that's impacting it a little as well, because although Resident Evil 2 has the same combat, I just don't find it fun that I have to stop, wait, shoot, stop, wait, shoot, stop, wait, shoot, when I've got plenty of enemies charging at me. The original 4 is more fun for that, because you could just literally be action-packed. Like, that's what makes it more fun, in my opinion. So, A tier game. Now, Silent Hill, Forgotten Memories. I don't know why I played it. I honestly don't know why I played it. I saw it was a new Silent Hill game. Was expecting some horror. We got basically a 2-hour video of, here's a girl that's been bullied who led her friend to do stuff she didn't want to do, which made her feel like guilt. Like, the enemy, the Sakura flower paper mesh enemy, kind of a neat concept. There was a few scares, but 90% of the game was just dialogue. Like, there wasn't, overall, I wouldn't even call it a game. I'd call it more of a story narrative, if anything. Like, it wanted to show a story about what happens between two people and how society changes them, or how your environment changes them, which, as a story, kind of fun. As a game, I don't know why I played it. Like, there was nothing there to drag me back in. Like, I played it for the second channel, again, just so I didn't have glitchy audio, and even then I was like, okay, it's there, you know, it's kind of fun. But yeah, overall. Next up, Yakuza Kiwami, Yakuza 1. Honestly, it was a good one and done game. Like, I've played through that game for the channel and it was great. I played through it personally on legend difficulty afterwards and had fun with it. But seeing all the additional things, maybe it's just because of how a Yakuza game is, but all the additional things of play this amount of pool, this amount of darts, this amount of this amount of that, makes me not want to play it. I don't need busy work in a game for me to want to play it. Like, I get that it's supposed to be Japan. It's supposed to show you all the things of Japan and make you go, oh my god, I want to play this. But honestly, it's good as a one and done. If you play through the game, play through it as much as you want, play all the side stories as you want, you know, do the things. You don't need to play on legend difficulty for this game. That's just one more additional trophy. If you want to do it, sure, but if you're going to do it that way, I recommend you just shove the game on easy, blitz through the campaign, skip all the cutscenes so you have no idea what's going on, and then take your time in legend. Otherwise, you're just going to essentially play the same game twice, but that's like another 40-50 hour time sink on you just getting your ass beat. So, Beta was a good game, was a good one and done, you know, right there. It was fun. That's my opinion on it, honestly. Next up, Abzu. A game about swimming underwater. It's peaceful. You know, there's a shark at the end that kind of hangs out with you. And honestly, in my opinion, S tier game. I can go back to that game plenty of times just to swim around because it's so calming. It's so calming. There's nothing there that's going to set you off or make you go, oh my God, or have you feel like you are going to get stressed. It's just a guy swimming around, having fun. Well, not even a guy, a robot swimming around, having fun, looking at the sea life, enjoying it. S tier game. I genuinely think you should play that. It is just fun for what it is. You get to learn about marine life, and it's overall nice game. Next up, Alan Wake. Honestly, Alan Wake, again, B tier game. It was a good one and done. Played through the game, played through the DLCs, enjoyed them. Liked how a bit cringy Alan Wake was, because everything had to be a metaphor wrapped in an enigma, wrapped in a memory of something. But the story was kind of fun. Next up, Until Dawn. Again, B tier game. B tier game. I saw the trophy list after beating it, and I don't know why games like this do that. Why on earth, if you're going to make a game that's so story narrative, so your actions have consequences, so much so like everything you do is, you know, seen and judged and changed, and the butterfly effect, so one action in part 1 will make massive action in part 10. Why would you have trophies that are so railroady for your game? Like, you play Until Dawn, you make all your choices, you go through 90% of the game, you're done. You look at the trophy list. Oh, did you collect all the totems? Did you save only the girls? Did you save only the guys? Did you save only this character? Did you kill everyone? That's railroading a story narrative game, so it's no longer a story narrative game. That's just cleanup duty by that point. So that's why it's a good one and done game. I don't think I'll go back for it. I was tempted, but when I saw it, it's like, oh yeah, go back to chapter 10, replay chapter 10 and make this one choice and then save the game so you can quit out and go to chapter 11 so that choice takes place. I don't want to do like that. That's just such a weird interconnected weave of BS for a trophy. Like, I don't know. It's just not going to be fun for me in that regard. Next up, another game. This is to date, to this date of this video's recording, the best series I've made on the channel. Zombie. It is a survival horror set in jolly old England where you have to prep, you have to work out, you have to figure out how to survive the apocalypse while managing your loot, your resources. What do you take back? What do you leave? What do you bring with you for the next encounter? Because if your character dies, they're dead. You have to get a new character who has nothing on them to go fight your previous character who's become a zombie. And for that, honestly, S tier game. It's a weird combination between S tier and B tier, because it's an S tier game. I recommend that game to you. I 100%. If you want a good horror game, and I mean a good horror game that will have you paranoid from start to finish, go watch mine. Like, go watch me play that. Honestly, if you want a great horror game, go play Zombie. Personally, do it yourself. But again, B tier game, because it's a one and done. The game trophies, again, I have to bring up trophies because that's one of my criteria when it comes down to if I can replay a game. Wants you to play on every single difficulty. It wants you to play on normal. It wants you to play on easy. It wants you to play on survivor. But survivor, just like other games, if you mess up, then you go back to the beginning. So you could get 8-9 hours through the game, be right at the end, right at the very end, and your character could die, and that 8-9 hours of progress is gone. Like, you no longer have that character. It's just, you know, it's just no longer there. It's no longer viable. It's no longer a character where you're like, oh my god, this is great. You know, I've made it to the end, character dies, and it's like, oh great, I have to start again and try and, you know, do it in one go again. That's not for me. It's not for me. I will always bring that up. It's not for me. Now next up, Callisto Protocol. This game, honestly, I was expecting it to be Dead Space. It wasn't. It was its own thing. And for that, I say A tier. It was a great game from start to finish. I went back to platinum this game. I did the other things. I can't remember what I needed to do, but I went back and I did it all. I played the DLC afterwards. I did everything in the DLC also. I made sure that this game was 100% finished. Now, would I recommend this game to you? Yeah, kind of. A little bit, yeah. I mean, it will be a good game to recommend, but honestly, if you like Dead Space, you might like this, but the gameplay mechanic in it is so niche, because it's a horror melee game, but it blends more like Dead Space and Silent Hill in how it plays, in how it functions. So it will get that very niche corner of people who are like, oh my god, I love fighting and dodging to win my way through an encounter. But for that's why I'll make it A tier. Right, next up, Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. Now, these games, honestly, they're kind of weird. It was a good one and done. Like, don't get me wrong, playing through them was nostalgic. It was fun. I enjoyed it. Going through 1 made me realise how clunky it was, but it was still a great game. Going through 2, you see the improvements, you see the enjoyment of like, oh my god, they've added more. They've added Coco. They've added like the bear chases. They've really improved upon the game. And then you get to 3, and 3 is just a masterpiece from start to finish. The game is fun. There's not a single level in that game where I would go, you know what, I hate this game. I hate this game, don't want to play it. But it was a good one and done. I am not a time trial person. I am not a massively perfect person. So these style of games, these platformer games, I have zero depth perception. So I could not go back to it and play it again, because the amount of times I died throughout the entire trilogy just made me go, wow, I am bad at these style games. And that's why it's a B tier game. It's a one and done. I played it the once, I enjoyed it the once, I will not go back to it again. And that's it. That's my opinion. And now, Sonic Colors. Honestly, not fully sure why I played it from start to finish. This could have been a sum of game. This honestly could have been a sum of game. I got told that Sonic Colors was the game that saved Sonic after Sonic 06. Like, it was an amazing game. It was great. You run fast, you do all this stuff. There was just no story for me. Like, oh, these aliens are being captured by Eggman. Okay. I have zero interaction with those aliens the entire game besides using their power-ups, and 90% of their power-ups Sonic had in Sonic Adventure. Not to mention, in Sonic Adventure, you had free roam, you had Chow Gardens, you had, you know, more to the game and more replayability to the game than Gotta Go Fast. And even Sonic Adventure 2, when they got rid of the free roaming part, they still had Shadow and Rouge and Gamma and Knuckles and Tails and, you know, multiple characters for you to play as. Not Gamma, Eggman. Like, you played as Eggman. Like, you had 6 different characters. Granted, they were basically copy and paste 3 of the same, but you had 6 different characters to play the game as. This one was just Sonic, run after Eggman because he's took over 7 areas. Cool, you saved the aliens. We did it. Like, the game literally starts off with you just going straight into a level. You don't even get any build up. You get like 4 cutscenes later. It's like, oh right, this is how we got on there. So honestly, I don't know why I played it. I got duped. Whoever told me to play Sonic Colors, I can't remember who it was. Whoever said that Sonic Colors saved Sonic, you're lying. You're lying. That's a lie, in my opinion. That game's a straight up lie. C tier. Next up, Yakuza 0. Honestly, play that game. Play that game. I know I talked a lot about the busy work in Yakuza 1, but with Yakuza 0, you have just the dancing alone. The mini-game's kind of silly. It's kind of fun. The karaoke is the same in both games, so if you've played Yakuza 0's karaoke, you've played Yakuza Kiwami's. So that's what I mean by it's a bit of busy work. You have so much, you know, money and free time and stuff to do. Like, yeah, they added Majima everywhere in Yakuza Kiwami, which is a fun mechanic if you can find them. But it eventually slowly boils down to, You find him, you fight him a few times, and then he leads to a mission, which is nice. It is nice. It is fun. Some of the things you can find in there are fun. However, when I played it on the channel, it glitched. Like, I got told there is a person waiting for you in this one place. So I went there and never found Majima. I found him pole dancing at one point, but the quest afterwards just never activated for me, so I could no longer continue the Dragon of Dojima quest line. It was just gone. So, yeah. But with Yakuza 0, we played the, what was it, the Scare-Electrics game, Pocket Circuit Racer. That was hilarious from start to finish. With the, what is it, the, oh, you're the fastest racer as a grown man against these children. That girl who kind of sort of proposed to you and said, you're my boyfriend now, and her dad accepting it. Like, what the hell was that about? Like, you're a grown man playing Pocket Circuit, and he's like, yes, I'll leave my daughter to you. Stupid. Seeing Pocket Circuit Racer go from, oh no, what do I do about my job, to actually I'll stay here for the kids, was fun. It was ridiculously fun. The combat styles in the game, especially when you get Majima, is such a fun breath of fresh air in a fighting game when you get to play as a secondary character and they have a completely different moveset compared to the first. It's great. Unfortunately for Kiwami, you just play as Kiryu. Now, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but after such a fun game like is Yakuza 0, which obviously came way after Yakuza 1, playing Kiwami, you do see where it kind of slows down in and of itself. So that's why Yakuza Kiwami is a one and done game for me, but Yakuza 0 I could always go back to. Like, do I play the busy work of Yakuza 0? Hell no. I am not getting a perfect score in darts. Will I breakdance upon Mr. Shakedown just to get a bit of money and upgrade myself? Yeah, because that's hilarious. So that's why S tier game. I really think you should play Yakuza 0 compared to Yakuza Kiwami. Next up, Dead Island. Well, Dead Island 2. Honestly, in my opinion, great game. I enjoyed the DLCs for what they were. They were a bit fun. They were a bit silly. They didn't add anything to the story, kind of, because the girl was still missing from the end of the game. We never found her. We just learnt more about the other humans. I don't know why they were doing that, and apparently there's no more DLC, so that girl's just gone. Like, our character's stuck in Hell A, finding a girl that'll never appear. But honestly, as someone who loves Dead Island and Dead Island Riptide, this was a great game from start to finish. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Danny. Ryan glitched on me after the first recording. I don't know why, but I could never play as him again. Every time I tried loading up my save with him, it crashed. So that's why I played as Danny. But the characters were fun. The story was kind of nice to see, like, the humans, or I guess the infected, were actually some sort of pre-built other human. And then learning from the DLC, like, the character who bit you was actually sent by someone to try and find you because he knew that you were a weird human hybrid thing. It was kind of nice to see. It was kind of fun. The story was kind of neat. The characters were fun. Seeing how they blended, like, old school characters of old Hollywood actors to the new generation of streamers who are like, oh yeah, get pwned, dude. Can we have a can we have a pog and chat? But honestly, great game. I really enjoyed it. I played it solo. I played it solo because my friends don't play horror games, if you can call this a horror game. But overall, I say play it. Play that game. Have a bit of fun with it. I heard there's a new Game Plus mode, but I already platinumed the game. There's no point in me going to play that. Oh, new Game Plus. Congratulations, you've just made me play the game again. I don't need to do that. I've done what I needed to. I got out of there. Next up, now this game, I will tell you now, made me cry. I was in tears. It was before I had a webcam, but you can go back and watch it. I was in tears. This game was beautifully done, and that is Endling Extinction is Forever. S tier game. If you want to shed a tear, if you want to get so attached to your children that you will cry if you even see them get hurt, play this game. However, if you're a bit emotionally unstable right now, you're a bit sad, and you don't want anything to just pluck at your heartstrings, stay away. But 100% Endling Extinction is Forever. Beautiful game from start to finish. There is not a word spoken, but the story's amazing. Like, the ending genuinely had me crying. Like, I was so upset with the ending, but it was so beautifully done. 100% recommend that game. Next up, Resident Evil. Resident Evil game. Honestly, I recommend it. S tier game. I had fun with that. Now, I've talked previously about the whole you play the game, you lose your progress, and that means you have to start again, and that's a big detriment. The way that they do it with this, sorry, ended up coughing, cutting that out. The way they end up doing it with this, with the speedrun achievement, is if you've played the other difficulties and you've gotten the infinite weapons, you've gotten the extra strength coins, extra defense coins, extra whatever coins, you can pluck yourself on the easiest difficulty and go to town with it. Like you could just sprint through, get all the infinite weapons, and get to the end and get the trophy, and you don't get penalized for it. You can have infinite ammo weapons and just beat the game. You will get that trophy. You will have fun with it, and those types of trophies I do not mind, because they let me bring my new game plus weapons or my new game unlocks into them to get that trophy. Like I like that type of game that gives you the incentive to do the extra stuff to make your subsequent ones more fun. Now, the games where it's like play on the hardest difficulty but we're going to take everything away, bit controversial unless the game is fun enough for it. So that's why Resident Evil 7 gets the S tier. Honestly, play it. It's a first person Resident Evil, you get shocked, you get scared, you get welcome to the family, son, always good with that one. And that's why I think you should play it, honestly. Next up, Wukong. Great game from start to finish. Honestly, took me by surprise. I was expecting a more Dark Souls style game. It was kind of Dark Souls-y, can't lie. That style, I don't know what you would call, like Death and Rebirth style game, where you fail, you come back, you fail, you come back, you fail, you get stronger, and then you win. That style of game, unfortunately, is going to be tied a bit more to Dark Souls, because that's the easiest available way to say it. Like, you could say Demon Souls technically, but everyone knows it through Dark Souls or Bloodborne or, I guess, technically Sekiro. But this game was an absolute blast. I enjoyed it so much. The story of how you go from being the chosen one of, oh yeah, this is the person who will succeed the Monkey King, who will become the one who will end up being the next generation of Monkey King, I guess. To only found out that was a lie is hilarious to me. Like, I believe you are his reincarnation. You're not a chosen one. You're him. Like, you are literally him. So when you get to the end and you meet your past self's corpse and you fight it and you win, you take his place and you just redo the cycle of rebirth. So another you will come and fight and then take your place and repeat. However, if you go a bit above and beyond and you do all the extra stuff in all the other chapters before you move on and you get the good ending, you don't take his place. You become him and you set out on your own journey to the West, which I honestly wish they had a DLC to do. A DLC for this would be phenomenal, of his version of going out there and, doing his own thing and making his own new legend for himself. He's no longer the Monkey King. He's someone else. He's someone different. He's pushing past that barrier of cycle of rebirth. He's making his own story now. That would be great. So, honestly, A-tier game. I wouldn't recommend it to people because it's a very niche game. If you like your Dark Souls style games, then yeah, sure, get into it. If you like your RPGs, sure. But this is a game where if you get stuck on a boss, you are stuck on a boss. Like, you will be left for ages, hoping, banging away, trying the slightest different movement to hopefully get to the point of winning. And that's why it stays in A tier. I can't recommend someone to put themselves through maybe a 9-hour boss fight just to make it to chapter 2, because I've heard people have done that. So, A tier game, massively enjoyed it. Went back for the platinum. Takes 3 playthroughs, but is what it is. Recommend it. Now. Crash Bandicoot 4, F tier game. It started off as fun. I enjoyed it. Then the death started kicking in. Then the BS started kicking in. Then all the other masks started kicking in. And it just became to the point where I would do something and I would fail and it would stress me out and I had to take day breaks, 2-day breaks, 3-day breaks. Would I recommend it for someone who likes the Crash Bandicoot games? Yeah, it's fun. It is a fun game. It just wasn't fun by the end of it. Like, by the time I got to the end, I was more glad that I finished the damn thing. Not like, oh my god, we've done it. This was such a good game. I was just like, oh my god, we've done it. My god, we're done. I don't have to come back. I don't have to play the inverted levels. I don't have to get perfect. I don't have to do time trials. I did one, like, two insanely perfects, and I was like, my god, that is the crowning achievement for me. I can't believe I've done a game perfectly. And then I die 74 times in the next one just trying to get one more extra gem to unlock a skin. That is not fun for me. That is just straight up torture. So honestly, first F tier game, it just wasn't fun. That's my opinion. If you play it and you did 106%, go right ahead. My god. Now next up, Hi-Fi Rush. It was a god one and done game. I enjoyed it from start to finish. The game was solid. The story was kind of funny, you know. Spunky, uppity, ragtag group of rebels slowly come together to take down the evil overlords of the company, and they do all this, and he makes his way to be a rock star. Great. I played it from that. Then I heard the time trials. Then I heard the difficulties. Then I saw the trophies, and I was like, no, I can't subjugate myself to it. I am good at playing fighters. Games like this and Devil May Cry, where you have to be on beat or do certain combos, or even fighting games with certain I stay away from. I can't do it. I can't. I will be absolutely battered doing that. So it was a good one and done game. Don't get me wrong. I had a laugh. I was laughing through it all the way. But I could not return to that game. Not a chance. Next up. Sonic Adventure. Great game. Great game. Recommend it. I recommend Sonic Adventure. You play that game from start to finish. You do all the story. You have fun. You beat it as Sonic, as Eggman, as Big the Cat. Honestly, people hate Big the Cat. I love Big the Cat. I love fishing so much in this game. It's so much fun. You get Amy and her little story. You get Gamma and his story. There is just a plethora of characters. And then once you're done, you get Super Sonic. And oh my god. You're like, oh my god, as a kid, you just think it's the best thing ever because it's Super Sonic of all people. Like, it's Super Sonic. He's gold. He kills chaos. He saves the world. Honestly, great game. Play it. Play it. Sonic Adventure, play it. Such a fun game. Start to finish. I just loved playing through it. Cheating his Tails to skip the levels because he can fly, you know. Playing as Knuckles, finding the different gems while searching about, so it's like a treasure hunt. Bliss. And then you get to Big, and you just fish. You just have a calm day fishing. And then, of course, you catch Froggy, and you immediately panic, because you don't want to break the line. But that's different, Now, next up, I only played episode 1. Didn't even finish the season. F-tier game. It shows itself so badly how much it's aged. Especially if you've seen or watched the playthroughs when they came through, you know that Telltale, this is where Telltale came out, and it was like, oh my god, it's amazing. But by the time you finish the game, you're like, oh my god, what have you done? Because the choices do not matter. They do not. Like, the story is great, but the choices do not matter at all, and it is horrible. For that, you save Carly, I think her name is, and Doug dies. You save Doug and Carly dies, and you're like, oh my god, that's so emotional. I can't believe I chose a person who did that. And then you get to the next episode and they die anyway, so it was a moot point. And then you save Ben, and then Ben's falling, and you're like, should I save him or should I drop him? You drop him and everyone's like, oh my god, I can't believe it. And then Kenny ends up falling through a bloody hole. Or if you do save Ben falls and Kenny ends up going to save him. So no matter what, it ends the same way. And then same with Lee getting bitten. Lee gets bitten. You're like, should I chop off my arm to try and survive a little longer, or should I leave it to save Clementine? Turns out you die in the end no matter what anyway. So they just do not matter at all. Like, those choices have zero consequence in the story. And my God, did that annoy me watching it back. Like, I watched most of the seasons. I think I watched season 1 and season 2, and then I kind of dropped off because I realised it's like there's just nothing gonna be here. There's just no substance to bring me in anymore. It's just a shell of itself. Like, the first time it came out, my God, oh, it was amazing. You cannot play that game again. That is a one and done game at best. Like, that is one and done. You play it at one time and it's just nothing else to do. That's my opinion on it. Now, other people may say otherwise, but honestly, it's a one and done game. You play it at one time, you have no need to go back for it. At least with Until Dawn, you can save everyone or you can kill everyone. That's cool. This one, you save someone, they die anyway. You don't save someone, they die anyway. And that's the major difference between them. Like, Telltale, it kind of messed itself up. And you know what? Just to piggyback off it, we're going to skip through the queue all the way to Tales from the Borderlands. Now, Tales from the Borderlands, A-tier game. Yeah, the choices may not be exactly the same, and some of the stuff you do may change some of the stuff, or you don't do it, but my God, they did that perfectly. Handsome Jack was still Handsome Jack. He was fun. He was a laugh. He was a riot. He made you feel like you were best friends, and then suddenly you weren't. Like, no matter what, it will end the same way. Reese becomes Atlas, she becomes Vault Hunter. Sure. But the choices along the way in this game actually made it feel like you're making an impact. Do you hide Handsome Jack from everyone, making them all turn against you? Do you tell the truth and be a kind person throughout the game to see whether or not Loaderbot will still be your friend by the end of it? Do you rescue certain characters to save friends along the way? Or do you let them die so they never appear again? Choices I made that did have an actual significant impact to the story, and I don't get why that's so different. Like, I made one choice in episode 1 of screw you, Felix, I do not like you, and episode 5 comes around and it turns out he could have survived if I didn't say that. And then you look at the scientist. If you don't stop Athena from killing him, then he saves Vaughn. That's an actual impact to the story, and he becomes available to use at the end of the story, which again is a significant impact. But you look at down here, and it's like I mentioned, you save one character, they die next episode. You don't save that character, the other character dies next episode. So it's a moot point. But with Tales of the Borderlands, you know, you do certain choices. You make yourself known as a Vault Hunter from the first episode. You unlock Zero. I didn't even know that was a choice. You unlock Zero to help you out in the final battle. You know, you save what's his name? You saved your stepdad. He gives you $1 million so you can hire a Vault Hunter. Who you hire, I do not know, because I did not make that choice. I did not save him. I let him die. So that's why Tales of the Borderlands, at least the first season, A-tier game. Haven't played the second season. A-tier game. It was great from start to finish. You know, easy platinum. Easy platinum if you want a platinum trophy. Just play through the game. You'll get all achievements. You can't miss anything. Brilliant. Now, next up, Dead Space. Again, A-tier game. It was fun from start to finish. I enjoyed that game. Massively enjoyed it. Went all the way through. Did all the stuff. Had a blast with it. And then I saw the final trophy which I need, which is a difficulty trophy. Play the game on insane and do whatever. Again, I'm not the one for going on those if there's not an incentive, or if I can't bring my new game plus stuff with me. There's just no point. So, brilliant game from start to finish. Do I recommend it? Again, it's in that niche area of, if you played the original, sure. If you love the horror style genre, sure. But it's a good game. It's a great game. It's just Dead Space 2 is so much better. Dead Space 2 is just so much better. Now, next up, again, cozy game, chilled game, brilliant game, Journey, S tier. Journey is an S tier game from start to finish. It has zero story, I think. But the visuals, oh my god, you go through a sunlit sand dune and it's great. You go through the mountains and it's cold and it makes you feel cold. You go through the underground and you're like, damn, look at this place. It's amazing. And then finally you get to the end and you have this big floaty thing going through. You see these like little ribbons that are helping you float, and it's just a beautiful game from start to finish. You don't even need a story. You just enjoy it for what it is. I say you play that game just to experience it yourself, just to feel like the beauty of Journey. Play this game. It's exactly like Abzu. You can go back to that game and just enjoy it for what it is. There is no need for you to stress. There's no need for you to go, oh my god, what do I do? You just enjoy it for what it is. You just have a smile on your face and have a laugh. And honestly, that's all you need. Now next up, Warframe. Now I played through this with my friend. We both had a laugh. The story is fun. I don't know Warframe much, so I was ripping on people that I was told were good guys, and I was saying, oh, these guys are great, that were actually bad guys. So I was getting my wires crossed apparently. But for the campaign in and of itself, it's a one and done. You play through the game, you see the story, you have a laugh with the story, and you're done. The multiplayer, I don't know if they've added more maps, I don't know if they've added more armor or whatever. The multiplayer is a good, it's a good cycle. It's a hard mode style survival game, which I like those style games, honestly. But story-wise, me personally, it's a one and done. Once you've beat that story, there is no need to go back to it. You are finished. It's done. It's finished. It is what it is. Now again, going down to the next game, Lies of P. Great game, but it's a B tier game in my opinion. I cannot give it A tier because the way I played the game was very heavy-handed, I would say. Like, you would go through the game, well, I would go through the game, I would use a certain weapon all the way through and be more of a very heavy-handed style gameplay. Because it plays, the best way I could describe this game, and I think I described it in the Lies of P playthrough as well. Go watch it. This game is like playing Dark Souls for 99% of the game. So you get used to the Dark Souls mechanics. You block, you dodge, you charge, you use fire bombs, you survive, you change up your gear to be a certain way, and you have fun that way. And then the final boss is a Bloodborne boss. So they're faster, they're agile, they throw more at you. But you're playing clunky. You've played Dark Souls for 99% of this game. You're a clunky person. You cannot do these mega ultra massive dodges that they're doing, because that's not how you've played the game. But this boss is jumping, flipping, throwing everything at them, spearing you down, extending his reach further than you can dodge. And it just wasn't fun. I think I spent 3 hours fighting the guy because I just wanted the game done. I genuinely believe, I think I said it in the playthrough, I went and found a guide on how to cheese him using a certain exploit in the original patch just to beat him, because he was that hard to me. That's how much of a gap difference he was as a boss, and I hated him for it. Absolutely hated him. Next up, I'm going to put these two together. I'm going to put these two together because I just wanted to play the story. I do like the stories, but I don't know why I played it for the channel. That is Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3. Both of them I'm treating as the same thing because, well, Call of Duty's treating them as the same thing now, you know what I mean? There's no new games, it's COD World. You go on the trophy list for this and it comes on the DLC for Modern Warfare 2. The stories are fun. The stories are fun. They are enjoyable. They are kind of fun. They are kind of neat. Don't know why I played them for YouTube. I think I was just on a Modern Warfare kick at the time and I was like, oh my god, because I'm playing so much multiplayer, the story would be great for YouTube, so that's why I played them. But honestly, overall, don't know why I played them. The story is the side game to Call of Duty now, and that's the unfortunate thing. The stories have become the side game to Call of Duty. They are more about getting their money in the cosmetics of the multiplayer. They don't care about the story as much. The story's fun, it's just not what their focus is anymore. Alright, next up. A game that came out of nowhere. I was told it was the scariest game on the PS5 according to the old Google of recommending games, because it was a PlayStation Plus game at one point. Tormented Souls. This game was spooky. It was scary. It was a bit you know, oh my god, what do I do? Now, did I cheat and look up how to get the strongest weapon in the game straight away, which was a New Game Plus weapon, because you can use the puzzle at the very beginning to get it? 100%. If I can abuse a game, I will. I do not care. If that lets me play it, if that's in the game, it's not an exploit. It's in the game. Like, they let me put in a New Game Plus puzzle at the very beginning of the game, I'm taking it. But 100% recommend that game. That was a terrifying game. Even with the overpowered weapon, that game was so much fun. It was weird, it was spooky. The whole traveling to the past using videotapes, great concept. Great concept. Especially when you like go into the past and you change something to come back to the future to see it happen. Like there's one where you pour a bottle of acid on a lock. And you're like, oh okay, there it is. It's disappearing. So then you go to the future and it's gone because it's melted away. Great concept. Using stuff in the past to affect the future while you're still there. Especially like when you meet the pastor and he's like, oh, it's you. I've seen you before. And you're confused. But that's because in the future, you go to the past and that's how you meet him. Brilliant. Brilliant. Love it. 100% play that game. Recommend it. Now next, BioShock 1. Again, S-tier game. Would you kindly play this game? The twists, the turns, the combat, unlike BioShock 2, bit clunky, will admit, but the story, mwah. Oh, the story, the twist. If you've never played BioShock or you just want to go watch my playthrough, you know, go watch that as well. Give me my watch hours. I need my watch hours. But, oh my god, the story. When you first get to the end and it's like, by the way, here's the big twist. Oh, you just can't believe it. You just can't believe it. You're like, oh my god, I can't believe that's happened. I'm not going to spoil it though. Great game. And again, we're sticking with the S tiers. Ender Lilies. S tier game. Play the hell out of that game. Play that game. Ender Lilies. Surprise game. I played that for my Let's Play Some Of series. I just wanted to see what it was. I was like, oh, you know, side scroller game that's been told it's a bit of an RPG. I'll give it a go. Loved it. Loved it. Went back to it because I was like, I want to play a game. I'll play Ender Lilies, see how it is. Oh my god, loved it from start to finish. Played that game 100%. It was so much fun. The story, the story of what they call the priestesses, and how you figure out who they are, what they are, how you figure out what the Umbral Knight is, who he is, and how he served, and how he did his due diligence for all of it. Oh my god, great game. The lore. Reading the lore. I don't really read much lore in games. Every single one of them I read in that game, and every single one of them was great. Like, you learn people who were dealing with a blight. I've hidden out, I've stayed away, I've tried to survive, but mummy, they're coming. This is happening, what do I do? And it's just, oh my god, great game. 100%. If you like Hollow Knight, or that style gameplay, like side-scroller, RPG, kind of dark dystopian games, play Ender Lilies. Play it. You will love it. You will absolutely love it. And then you can come back to this video and be like, Stubbz, oh my god, I loved the game, Stubbz. I can't believe it. This game has been amazing. Now again, another game, going on to the next one. Jedi Fallen Order. Great game from start to finish. I played that game. I platinumed that game. I played that game on the hardest difficulty to prove that I can play games on hardest difficulties. It is a brilliant game for a Star Wars game. Honestly loved it. The story was fun. You know, the rogue Jedi, what they called Acolyte. The Jedi Acolyte who never fully finished his training so he couldn't become one. Slowly dealing with the Sith Empire as they're building up. You know, they're using the second sister, the ninth sister to try and find all these remnant Jedis. And then you meet Vader at the end and building up your powers from start to finish, customizing your lightsaber, which is controversial, but Cal Kestis just does not care. He has to make it. He has to be a Jedi who survives, and then meeting other Jedi who fall into the dark side, but their stories are the same. There was no one there for them. All they needed the dark side to survive. Oh, it's such a good game. Great from start to finish. Would I recommend it? Again, it falls into the category kind of like what is it, Black Myth Wukong. Unless you like that style of game, it's not going to be for you. So I would recommend it. Wouldn't recommend it as a game you should play, but I would recommend it if you like those RPG style fighting games. Right, next up, Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts. Played this game. Don't fully understand the story. It was a good one and done. Like, I missed an entire area. Apparently there was a place with Tigger and Pooh. Couldn't find it. Didn't know where it was. Going through the different areas was fun. I just never felt powerful, if that makes sense. Like, the game has the RPG mechanics there, but they're not there enough to make it feel like an RPG. It just felt like a level to level beat 'em up. Like, you would go there, it'll spawn 50 darkness, shadows, what they called, heartless. It'll spawn 50 heartless, you beat them up, you move to the next area. You figure out a little puzzle, you beat up 50 more heartless, you get to a boss. You beat the boss, you unlock the key, and then you go to the next area and you do it again, and again, and again. But you don't feel like you're getting more powerful because the enemies are scaling with you the entire time. But if you go back to a beginning area, the enemies are so weak, like, yeah, you feel powerful, but you can't, at least not in the traditional sense. You can over level. You can get yourself to max level easily if you put in the hours. I didn't. I just played the game casually, so I never felt powerful. B-tier game. It was good. Enjoyed the story. Got to the end. Was done with it. Didn't go back. Now, next one. Next one. Metal Gear Solid 2. Metal Gear Solid 2. A-tier game. A-tier game. I wouldn't recommend it to people. It has aged quite a bit. It's aged to the point where you can feel the age, if that makes sense. Like, you could play a game like Wind Waker and it still feels like a great game. It still controls how it would. But with Metal Gear Solid, and considering the upgrades in its series, you start to feel how aged the games became. So it's a great game from start to finish. It's definitely an A-tier game. If you want to play the Metal Gear series, you can still play this game, go back and have fun with it, like I did. I went back and I massively enjoyed the game. It was still a top-tier game, but its age is there. Its age is definitely there. Next up. You know what? No, Metal Gear Solid 1, I will say, again, A-tier game. No, B-tier game. I'm going to do these two together. Metal Gear Solid 1's a B-tier game. It was a good one and done. You play through it, and you feel its age. Again, just like Metal Gear Solid 2. Metal Gear Solid 2 obviously has a lot of upgrades compared to its counterpart, but you really, really feel the age in Metal Gear Solid 1. Like, you really feel it. It's a good game, don't get me wrong. It's still a good game, but it has aged not well. It's a good game to play through once and be like, hey, I beat Metal Gear Solid 1. But that'll be about it. Now, next up, and our last of the Play All series, the last of the full Let's Plays, I should say, Pokemon Legends Arceus. B-tier game. B-tier game. It was fun, don't get me wrong. Being able to travel in an open world and catch all the Pokemon, I massively enjoyed. Pokemon Legends Arceus is how I felt Pokemon Yellow was as a kid. Like, you travel across the land searching far and wide, you find all the Pokemon, you have fun with them, you catch them, you feel like a genuine Pokemon trainer. The only part where it unfortunately fell short for me is it's a collectathon game. Now, what I mean by that is, yes, every single Pokemon game is a collectathon game. Do not get me wrong. Every single Pokemon game is a got to catch them all. I know the concept. I get the concept. Do not get me wrong. What I mean by this one is, if you play the game how I did, and you played it casually, and you would go around, you would catch 1 or 2 Pokemon, because that's how you used to back in the day, you will then hit a railroad. And the railroad would be, oh, the Pokedex isn't good enough. Go watch that Pidgey use Gust 40 times. Go watch that Bidoof run away 40 times. Go watch Ponyta use Ember 40 times. and then you can move up the ranks to continue the story. And you would always, if you played it like me, and you would only ever catch 1 or 2 Pokemon because you're like, oh my god, I need this Pokemon to add to my team, then you'll keep hitting roadblocks. Like every single episode of this, you would see me go, oh yeah, we're done for now, bye. You know, hope you enjoyed watching. Next time over. Okay, so I did a load of grinding off screen to get the bloody Pokedex up, to fix the Pokedex. I watched this Beedrill use Peck 80 times just to get a couple of points. So let's go for continue the story, shall we? So that's why it's a good one and done game. I will not 100% it, especially when I saw that little girl go, oh, by the way, there's 170 sprites to find. Hope you do it. No, I will not. No, I will not. I know it gets you Spirit Tomb. No, I will not. I do not care. I'm not getting that Pokemon. No. Don't care. Not for me. I am not catching them all. I am catching what I like. It's more meaningful that way. Now, on to the Let's Play Stubbz. Now, these will all be classed as one and done games. They can never go S or A tier. I will let you know that now. They can't go above A. Like, they can go here and below, roughly. Maybe one of them. If I fully played the game, Yu-Gi-Oh, then yeah, it can go above. Like, it could be a great game from start to finish. But because I've only played some of them on the channel, they can't go above B tier. I will let you know that now. So Tunic, good B tier game. It's a little silly game about a little silly fox running about. Now, if you look up a guide, like I did, because I just wanted to do something after I played it, you can find a gun in this game about a silly little fox. If you go the right way, you can straight up find a gun, which is hilarious, because that's the strongest weapon in the game at the beginning. But it was fun. It was silly. I enjoyed playing through it. It was a cozy roguelike, I would call it. Well, not even a roguelike. It was a cozy adventure game. So think of... I don't know what would be close to it. What would be close? I guess think of Jedi to Tunic. You get your little abilities, you upgrade yourself, you find what you need to find, and you slowly progress the game. Or Legend of Zelda. I've not played a Zelda game here, so I shouldn't make the comparison. But think of it like a cozy version of Legend of Zelda. You're a little fox doing big things, and you're surviving in the world. Now, next up, Yu-Gi-Oh! If you like these tabletop RPG style games, kind of like Final Fantasy, then you will like this game. You travel about map to map. I can't remember if you go back on the maps, and then there will be different enemies. You know, you can go into the woods and you'll find a Yu-Gi-Oh monster, like a wolf, or you will go into a castle and beat a certain enemy so quick that he surrenders his Yu-Gi-Oh monsters to you, and you will collect them and you'll build up your army and you'll slowly expand them. So you can end up having like Dark Magician as your main character, or the Celtic Guardian be level 99. So it's got it's basically a weird, fun, civilization styled, what would you call it? Adventure map. Like each one has its own little hub world you fight into, but there's hidden things in those hub worlds. You can get ambushed, you can have friends join, but you will always make sure to go out with a small army fighting all these enemies in turn-based combat. And oh, I really should have played more of this game, but at the same time, because I know how limiting it is a time sink to play. So if I did play it again, I would genuinely speed up the game by like ×2 just to play it. But great game from start to finish. And again, another B-tier game, Slay the Spire. It was a good one and done. Good one and done. You know, I'm just going to tell you the truth. They're all B-tier except for this. This one's F-tier. I'm going to tell you that, but I need to tell you why. Slay the Spire. Didn't think anything of it. Saw another YouTuber play it. Was like, oh, I'll give it a bit of a go. You know, didn't know anything about it. I just saw their thumbnail. You know, like, I played Slay the Spire and it was amazing. Honestly surprised. Didn't think deck building games would be my type of thing. I was pleasantly surprised playing it, you know. Did play a lot more afterwards by myself, you know. Didn't beat... Well, technically, I did beat the game, but I didn't beat it on the channel. So, you know. But then I realised that I didn't beat the game, because you have to beat the game 20 times in a row to get to like plus 20 to get to the final boss. So technically I beat 1/20th of the game on one character. But it was a good one and done. I enjoyed it playing it. I really did. I massively enjoyed playing it. Same with Death's Door. Death's Door, similar to Tunic. You're a small little bird working for Death, going around collecting souls. It's cozy, it's fun, it's got the role mechanics kind of which Zelda game is it? Just Legend of Zelda maybe. I can't remember its name. It did get a remake recently. But cozy little game about a small bird with big dreams. I do recommend this one. Actually, you know what? I can't give them the A tier, but I can give them S. Tunic, I would say, is an S tier game. I honestly say, you go play Tunic. Death's Door, also an S tier game. I say you should go play it. They're cozy little games. You know, if you want just a bit of an adventure game in a nice, comfy, cozy, styled, fun game, where, yeah, you're doing, you know, big adventure things, you're fighting enemies, you're destroying who they are, but you want it to look cute, play them. Play Tunic, play Death's Door, play the pair of them. Honestly. Great games for all that. Next, Spire of the Dead Gods. Kind of like Slay the Spire, or something of the Dead Gods. I can't remember what it's fully called. It's got the same gameplay loop as Slay the Spire. You will go in, you will find certain weapons, you will then slowly go through either upgrading or exchanging them for different weapons. And then once you fail, I guess the closest I can resemble this to is Binding of Isaac. You know, you'll get a subset of weapons and then you can trade them up, or you can change them, or you can change how they are, and you'll beat it and you'll make it to the next stage. But if you die, you reset and you begin the loop again. Great game. Did enjoy the poison claws, did have a lot of fun with it. Would I return to it? No. Once I realised what the gameplay loop was, I kind of got bored of it, because, well, honestly, there wouldn't be enough variety for me to play. Now, yeah, you could say, oh, but you get magic later. Yeah, later, not right now, which means that I'm stuck with the right now. I don't want to go through grinding 6 hours of the right now to get to the better later. Next up, Darkest Dungeon. Absolutely love this game. Absolutely love this game. I am horrible at it. So, F, it just wasn't fun because I lost all my characters. C, I don't know why I played it, because it was embarrassing to play. But B tier game, because honestly, it was a good one and done. I showed why I was bad at this game, even though I like it. I showed all my characters getting absolutely ruined and destroyed in the first area. And honestly, I can honestly say, I don't think I'll ever be able to beat that game if I go on an easy... Maybe if I go on an easier difficulty. But I tried playing on normal, and I got roasted on normal. I got destroyed on normal. It was just not good on normal. And then I see people beating the game in like 4 weeks on the hardest difficulties. I'm like, guy, how are you doing that? How are you beating this game? Ugh. And the next up, Steel Rising. Honestly, Steel Rising, another S tier... Well, let me move it up first. Honestly, S tier game. I played this thinking it was going to be like Bloodborne. It was. I can say that honestly. But it was just fun. It was a blast. I made it to the first boss. I beat the first boss. I had a blast playing that from start to finish for that section. But I didn't leave. Maybe I'll actually return to that at some time, at some point, because, well, the DLC was on offer and I did buy it. So, it's always the future. But I had a blast playing that. You know, died a few times, killed a few enemies, went back and forth. Same gameplay loop as, like, you know, as this one here. You know, you die, you come back alive, enemies respawn, you go, you do your thing. Same with, like, Magnolia, Ender Lilies, you know, they're all the same. You know, death, rebirth, go. You sit at a bonfire, they rebirth. You know that. But this one had a unique concept. You know, France was in a revolution. You are a puppet, kind of like Liza P. But in the way that this is done is that you were created to save people. Whereas Liza P, you were a vessel. So I wonder what the rest of this story would be. But S tier game. I think you should play Steel Rising. If you like Dark Souls, if you like Bloodborne, if you like those Souls-like games, play it. And lastly, Metal Gear Survive. F tier. It just was not fun. I heard stories about it being a bad game, and it honestly was a bad game. Like, my God, I did not realize that people were being serious. It literally wears the skin of Metal Gear Solid, but the rest of it is not Metal Gear Solid. You get into the first combat sequence and you're like, what the hell am I playing? This ain't Metal Gear. This is hard mode simulator. Now, I've heard it does get a bit better, but a bit better from goddamn garbage is still just garbage. Like, I could not play that game. And then I was like, oh, I wonder how people get the platinum. And the platinum's like, oh, by the way, it's 200 plus hours because you have to get this one very rare item in this one very rare place while getting this other rare item in this other rare place and doing this one thing with it. No, you are not giving me a 200. I would rather play, I'd rather play Metal Gear Solid 5 for 200 hours than this. And I genuinely love Metal Gear Solid 5. I could not put 200 hours into Metal Gear Solid 5. I'll play through the story. I ain't playing through the story again. So, F tier. F tier game for Metal Gear Survive. Horrible game. I do suggest you go watch it though, because I show you why it's a horrible game. I talk about why it's a horrible game. It was good to talk. It was good to find the truth about why it was a horrible game. But it's my tier list. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15. I think that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 15 games I genuinely think you should play. In my 2.5 years of playing Let's Plays for YouTube, 15 games. I say that's pretty good. Got a good couple of games in the A tier. I loved them from start to finish. Quite a few in the B tier, if I'm being honest. They were just one and done. So I don't think I'd return. You'd have to pay me money to return to these games, if I'm being honest. Like, if I could put a price tag on them, I'll make it £500 each game. You want me to go back and finish Little Nightmares on the hardest difficulty and ruin my life at £500? You want me to go back and finish Yakuza Kiwami on Legend difficulty? £500. You want me to do it at Valhalla with £500? You want me to go get £500? You pay me £500, I'll go back and play one of these games. That's how I'm saying it. But on that note, thank you all for watching. I know this content's been a bit different and I've talked for the entire however long this video is going to be. But honestly, I did genuinely love recording this. I do hope you have enjoyed watching. You got to see my explanation on all these games I played and why I played them and why I enjoyed them or why I hated them. So, on that note, thank you all. If you did enjoy, leave me a like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to try doing some other different things, this point forward. See what the future holds. And as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and goodbye.